Yeah, who's singing the theme song?
I'm sorry.
Okay, I have so many questions about this.
This is beneath her, but Beyonce needs to do a theme. She needs a
Beyonce,
Bond theme.
not British.
Neither was Tina Turner.
True, but I think the most recent Bond themes have been done by British people like Adele. Billy.
Sam Smith.
Yeah, Sam Smith.
Billie Eilish is not fucking British, bitch.
Oh.
That bitch is from California. Takes several seats.
I just thought based on the appearance.
Takes several seats, glasses.
My whole life I thought... glasses. My whole life I thought... I mean, Phineas looks Irish. Come on.
Well, his name is Irish.
Phineas looks unfinished.
Can you elaborate on that?
Phineas looks like he didn't spend enough time in the oven.
Phineas looks like A1.
Phineas is A1!
He looks like A1 was trying to make Ron Weasley chopped halfway through.
Oh yeah, no, I think she's a sexy Justin.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person. That's £200 off for a family of 4. Geoff.
And welcome to Bands. We're all here together in DC.
I can't believe that I came down here at this time of year. If it weren't for Queen Bee, I wouldn't be here. Because it is hot as fuck.
It's also July 3rd, so apologies if you hear fireworks in the background. The festivities begin early here in the capital.
The festivities, by the way, are lame. Brandy and I were talking about this while we were walking back from the restaurant, and I just feel like, why don't we all coordinate? Like, let's get on, what is that group chat thing that the old people do now in the neighborhood? You know what I'm talking about? They have it's like a Ring app, I think.
I wish I knew. I know what you're talking about, but I can't think of the name right now.
Get together on that.
Nextdoor?
Nextdoor!
Yeah.
We gotta get on Nextdoor, and we gotta coordinate our timed fireworks ignitions so that we have a nice display.
In cities?
So then people would only light them off at one time.
No, coordinated. We can put it to music. We can map it to music. Use A1 to map it to some music.
We're using
I
A1.
support that use of A1.
So you would get at 15 seconds in the song. Your neighbor would get at 30 seconds in the song.
Exactly, Ben. You get
Their neighbor would get 45 seconds in the song.
Yeah, because, we're taking turns. We're lighting up the sky.
You could put the earmuffs on the dogs during that time.
That's exactly
so
right.
Scared.
You know when the booms are coming close to your home.
We should take this opportunity to welcome three-timer Ben back to the podcast.
Ben,
hi, everyone.
Welcome to the Three-Timer Club.
Ew.
We have an ill-fitting jacket robe for you, just like on SNL.
Are you sure it would even fit me?
Oh, you're so skinny. Oh.
Welcome back, Ben.
Thank you. It's good to be back.
What's up, y'all? Editor Justin here. You may have noticed already that this is a bit of a special episode. We recorded in person in DC, the capital. For that reason, our audio setup was a bit different than it usually is, and the audio might be a little bit weird at points. So if things sound a little bit strange this episode, that's why. I just wanted to mention that off the top. All right, let's get back into the show. We had to have you on the DC episode. I feel like you're the original DC friend group member.
Now,
here.
Ben is the DC doll.
Yeah, the original.
The doll, the moment. And I also live so close. So
it just made sense. And we will be talking about the new Lorde album, Virgin, later tonight. But first...
That should be a title of memoir, honestly.
Virgin?
Not mine, but someone else's.
Whose?
I don't know.
Name them.
There's people out there who haven't done the dirty, and I love that for them.
Do you think there are people that we associate with semi-regularly who have never done the deed, but have just kept it so low profile that they're just waiting among us?
Yes.
It's possible. I think especially professionally. Like, if I know somebody personally, I would think that I probably know generally about their sex life, but like professionally, that's off bounds. You know what I mean?
You would know about their sex life?
I think like
Justin's
generally.
a big creep. He's following people home from work. He's looking in their windows. He wants to see that between me down there.
It's true. And when Geoff and I arrived to meet Justin at this place today, he was like, "Hey, Geoff, you fucking?"
He did ask me.
Say that?
You did. And I thought it was like kind of a lot for a first greeting, but
we're good friends.
Take that up with you and your God, I guess.
I do believe that is normal to talk about. It's actually healthy to talk about your sex life with your friends.
I think so too. It becomes complicated, however, when your friends are dating each other or
It does happen.
you have siblings in the same friend group.
It does happen.
Which
Maybe even just some
to
of us.
approximately half of our friend group.
Yeah, exactly.
Fits that criteria.
Famously, Brandy and I were both members of this friend group before we started dating.
Against my will.
Famously.
And yet here we are.
Well, I hope that we have your blessing now, Geoff.
We'll see on the wedding day. You might be in for a surprise.
Love keeping us in suspense. Love that.
I also think that was before people were really talking about their sex lives.
We were young.
I think when you're 21, 22, like...
We were young. Fire. We can go hot. That song is so bad.
Can you cut that?
Okay.
Yes.
We're not cutting it.
So,
anyway.
I wonder if there's something about getting to be in your 30s that just opens the floodgates to start really talking about doing the dirty with your friends.
Well, I think it's just like it becomes an important factor in your relationships. And you talk about your relationships a lot with your friends in your 30s because you're like often, I mean, not everybody, but many people are trying to find
reach
one.
Like emotional maturity.
Right. And it's like, this is just another need that I have in a relationship.
Do we think that that's true? Because I do feel like in the last like few years, I've like, wow, my capacity for empathy is pretty big. And like before that, I didn't, you know?
Well, growth is the theme of this podcast.
It is the theme of the podcast.
And I do love that you've grown in that way to have more empathy for other people.
Yeah, I used to be more uncaring.
An outside counsel might have a different opinion.
Oh,
I'm just saying.
Name them. Name them. I don't know about that. Well,
why don't we get into some hot topics?
You asked me right as I take a sip of the Appa Spritz.
Sorry, I feel like we were talking about sex. Now let's change the subject to...
Wow, I can't believe Justin's willingly changing the subject. Usually he's like, guys, I want to hear more about your cocks. And should we compare?
I'm always asking this, but today I will be asking Anna Wintour, recently stepped down as editor-in-chief of Vogue. Geoff, Ben, takes.
Okay, firstly, I have to say, Anna Wintour did such amazing work at American Vogue for like nearly 40 years, which is pretty incredible because I don't even want to work for 30 years. So the fact that she stayed for that long is pretty amazing. And she was already kind of old when she took the position.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think she was like well into her 40s when she became editor-in-chief of Vogue America. And I think that was like in the 80s, like the mid 80s or late 80s. I'm bad at maths, as we know. Ben, what's 37 minus 2025? I mean, the other way around. 2025 minus 37. Go.
87?
Okay, it was 1987 when Anna Wintour took the reins of American Vogue.
No, 88.
88, depending on the time of year.
There we go.
I know about time. It's like not a big deal, guys. Relax. But I think it's high time Anna passed the torch to someone new. What I will say about this is that she made Vogue cool again. Because she started taking like celebrities and putting them on the cover of Vogue instead of just like fashion models. Before that time, it was like very common for just models to be on the cover, and it would just be like basically like a face shot.
Mm-hmm.
But Anna Wintour like really took the covers of Vogue and made them, she like editorialized them, made them like high fashion. She like placed celebrities in an environment, and so like somebody like me who's like not a Vogue reader would see like a celebrity I really liked, like Julianne Moore or Beyonce on the cover, and I'd be like, oh, I'm gonna buy this issue because I want to see their interview or want to see their editorial. So like she like really capitalized on her fascination with celebrity that I think like really developed in like the late 80s, early 90s, the reign of the supermodel. Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm not into fashion, period.
Girl,
mostly.
We know. We've seen how you dress. It's alarming.
Maybe it may be shocking.
Maybe Shart? Oh my god. This man is out of control.
Well, when
tonight.
you're sharding in your clothes, then you're never going to look good.
Mama, it looked like someone shard out his outfit today. Bloop, bloop.
What I was going to say is that despite not being into fashion, I am still familiar with
all fraudulent
Anna Wintour because of The Devil Wears Prada. I feel like she became like a pop culture icon through that film, even if you weren't into fashion.
And what about the first Monday in May? Oh, no watchers? Okay, never mind. Maybe that's just for me.
What do you mean by that?
Okay, there's this iconic documentary that came out, and it's about planning the Met Gala, which famously takes place the first Monday of May,
Right.
year in, year out.
We've covered it both of the years we've been on the air.
We sure have.
Yeah.
Justin, we've been through it. The first Monday in May is a documentary that came out a few years ago. It was during the height of Girls, like
HBO.
domination on HBO.
Okay.
Before they started all their Max nonsense. It was about the team at Vogue, like planning the Met Gala and all the behind the scenes that went into it. And there's another really great fashion documentary called The September Issue that fully details that all these editors, like they have a team that just does the fall fashion issue. Or, well, at the time they did. I think Vogue has like pared down and like the decline of print media. But anyways, they had a team that like worked for over a year to plan the next fall fashion issue, which is insane when you think about it. But anyway, those are two great fashion documentaries, very entertaining. Anna Wintour is very funny. She's got like that great dry British humor, and she's very witty. So I enjoyed watching it and getting to like kind of know her by the way she interacts with people. She seems like a boss that's very tough, but is fair. You know what I mean?
I've seen The Devil Wears Prada.
I think that she was like more tough than fair in that film. Meryl Streep's depiction.
I feel like they gave her a sympathetic ending.
Yeah, I think they did too. Oh my God, wait. Firstly, what are your thoughts? Do you have any?
I do. I want to know how old Anna Wintour is. Do you know?
I think she's 78.
That's your guess?
That's my guess.
I don't have a guess, so I'm just going to look it up. 75.
Okay,
75.
that was very close.
And I'm wondering how much longer can she keep up the bob? And once she can't keep the bob up anymore, is she going to wear a bob wig?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, she's got to wear a wig.
/ does she already?
I feel like, I don't know if she already does, but I wouldn't be surprised if she switches.
No,
or if she's not already.
I'm looking at a photo of her on the CNN article that you shared with us earlier, and she's got too many flyaways and baby hairs for it to be a wig, unless it's like the best wig that's ever been made.
I mean, she's clearly getting it done. Like, this is treated hair.
But yeah, because it even has like the wiriness that like people get when they're older and their hair's turned gray, but they're coloring it. It gets like that wiry texture. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
I think she needs a wig though. We need a wig here. Wig. Okay, bye-bye, wig. Okay, but I do want to talk about this. There are two Vogue editors who I think like Anna really appreciated and liked, but was threatened by them. So I think she kept them at bay and kept them from arm's length of the crown, if you will. Not making any allegations, just saying what I'm saying.
Observations.
But Andre Leon Talley, who was a prolifically probably the most influential Vogue editor that ever has existed. Huge figure and personality. He was like, you probably would recognize him from like his red carpet interviews that he did like in the 2000s and the 90s. He's like this fabulous, like larger than life, like gay black guy. He just like had an eye. The guy that Stanley Tucci is playing in The Devil Wears Prada is like styled to be like a stand-in for Andre Leon Talley. He passed away a few years ago now, but he was amazing. And Anna did lift him up and give him that kind of position within the company, which was really huge. But I think she also was like a bit threatened by him and like did her best to maintain her reign. And also Grace Coddington, one of my favorite gingers. She was really great. Another prolific editor, hugely talented, heavily featured. Both of them were heavily featured in the September issue. I recommend those. Maybe that's my what's good.
So we haven't selected a new editor-in-chief at this point. Is that accurate?
What about Jacqueline Follet?
Is that the new editor-in-chief?
No, that's from Devil Wears Prada.
Okay, well, I'm asking you in real life.
No, I don't know. I don't think there is one yet.
Well, it'll be interesting to see if they take a different direction, even from the one that Anna took that you were mentioning before.
I mean, she's been in control for a long time, so even though maybe it was a new direction when she took control. I mean, I know Condé Nast has had its issues over the past few years, with Bon Appetit, with Vogue, I'm sure, in other ways. I mean, also her stepping down comes right on the heels of Vogue featuring, I actually don't even know her name, but Jeff Bezos' wife on the cover. I think might have been Anna Wintour's final cover of Vogue. So, I mean, you know, they're dealing with issues. I think that print media is in a tough place right now.
Jeff, would you rather never get to look at a fashion magazine again, or never get to look at an interior design magazine again?
Damn, that's a really hard question. Because I have both in my suitcase or my bag.
It doesn't have to start now.
Okay, I'm going to say Interior Design Magazine is the one that I would give up. I would never look at another one. Because I feel like, in terms of interiors, I know plenty of other sources by which I could find images to inspire. But also that I like have a very keen sense of what my style is and what I'm interested in. I love like transitional style and coastal style, and I also love modernity and international style, so I feel like I could craft my mark and I don't need that anymore. But fashion's very interesting. It inspires for a lifetime.
On that note, let's move on to our next hot topic.
I'm talking for so long. We have to move this faster.
I think that, Jeff, one of our shared favorite directors is Denis Villeneuve. The director of both Dune films, among many other great films. Big news about Denis Villeneuve. It was just announced, actually, like minutes after we finished recording our previous episode on time.
Minutes.
That I texted you.
You did.
So soon afterwards. That he has been announced as the director of the next Bond film, which is being produced by Amazon MGM.
I can't wait. MGM. Remember Christina Broccoli? What's her name?
Barbara Broccoli.
Barbara Broccoli.
The Broccoli family famously gave
that
up.
Is a made-up person. That motherfucker right there is not real. I'm telling you.
A real person, a storied producer in Hollywood history.
Okay, Justin.
Producers of the Bond
Whatever you
franchise
say.
have given up their rights to the Bond franchise to Amazon. And Villeneuve is directing the next film. How do you feel about this? Well, let me ask you, Ben.
Yeah, Ben.
Because you're maybe the wild card here. What's your feeling on Villeneuve as a director? And do you have any feelings about Bond as a franchise?
Yeah, I mean, I love the stuff that I've seen of his. I've never actually attempted to pronounce his name out loud. Denis Villeneuve.
Nailed it.
Okay. So I feel like the franchise is in good hands with him.
I agree.
With Bond, I have watched a bunch of Bond films. My dad is a big Bond.
I was just gonna say, I feel like the first time I actually watched James Bond was at your house when we were young.
Yeah, so his favorite Bond is Sean Connery. I've seen a bunch of those. And then I was up on the Daniel Craig Bonds until the last couple I didn't watch. But
Spectre was awful.
Spectre was, I think, is the worst of the Daniel Craig
That's a
Bond
real
films.
stinker. That's Netflix quality film.
yeah,
I don't know. Let's not go that hard. That's a little bit tough.
Okay.
I believe in Denis. And I also think that the franchise has been wanting for a little freshen up.
I agree.
In terms of perhaps the style and also the Bond. And now it seems like we're getting that. So
Le misogynie.
I want to know who's doing this theme.
Yeah, who's singing the theme song?
I'm sorry.
Okay, I have so many questions about this.
This is beneath her, but Beyonce needs to do a theme. She needs a
Beyonce,
Bond theme.
not British.
Neither was Tina Turner.
True, but I think the most recent Bond themes have been done by British people like Adele, Billy,
Sam Smith.
Yeah, Sam Smith.
Billie Eilish is not fucking British, bitch.
Oh.
That bitch is from California. Take several seats.
I just thought based on the appearance.
Take several seats, glasses.
My whole life I thought glasses. My whole life I thought. I mean, Phineas looks Irish. Come on.
Well, his name is Irish.
Phineas looks unfinished.
Can you elaborate on that?
Phineas looks like he didn't spend enough time in the oven.
Phineas looks like A1.
Phineas is A1!
He looks like A1 was trying to make Ron Weasley chopped halfway through.
My whole life I thought that Phineas and Billy were both British. I'm not lying. I'm not going to lie.
William.
Back to Bond. Jeff.
Yeah?
Takes on Villeneuve's handling of the franchise.
Well, I can't wait. If it's anything like Dune or Dune 2, I'm going to be there with bells on.
I mean, the interesting thing is that he's been really into sci-fi films recently.
What is James Bond but a sci-fi film?
I don't think it is. I mean, especially
Excuse me.
Well,
lasers, gadgets, and gazmos.
Sure.
Doing all kinds of cool stuff in
Pierce
the car.
Brosnan era, absolutely. But Daniel Craig era is fully like action / thriller filmmaking. So I think it is a little bit of a turn from his recent career. I think maybe the film to watch is Sicario, if you haven't seen that one. His film about the drug war in Mexico.
Well, I'm very well versed in that subject.
Yeah.
From Emilia Perez. Hello, very nice to meet you. I want to hear about sex change operation.
That's the one with Benicio, right?
Yeah, Benicio del Toro. Yeah, like really great. One. Emily Blunt.
Also, he's
Benicio Toro. Yes.
It's a really good film.
Villeneuve. Yes.
I do.
New Bond, yes.
I do wish that Villeneuve was working on something that wasn't just like a big franchise.
Okay, well, that's kind of his jam now.
It is his thing.
She getting that quan.
He hasn't done something that wasn't IP since Arrival, I think, if I remember right.
Arrival.
He did Blade Runner and then 2 Dune movies. So, yeah, that's kind of it's his vibe. So
Arrivé? Well, it's kind of the past tense of arrived. Arrival suggests that it's currently happening.
I wish this French lesson was in the past tense.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Also, Denis is just committing
this is
to
Ben's
do
pod now.
This first,
right? Just the first film,
and they switch up the director.
Yeah, I think that it's actually very rare that directors do back-to-back Bond films. So the Sam Mendes, I think, is the only director in recent memory who's done back-to-back Bond films. He did Skyfall and then Spectre, I believe.
I don't know if there's going to be ever a better Bond theme than Adele singing Skyfall. Like that's just
theme
so good.
Is incredible.
Like it's just so incredibly good. It's like you just no one else even fucking bother.
Yeah, unless it's Beyonce.
Well, now Beyonce could give Adele a run for. Guess who's jealous of Adele? Beyonce.
What about Amy Winehouse A1?
Oh dear God,
Ben, don't bring that into reality.
That's dork
Don't manifest that, yeah.
That is dork-sided.
That's actually horrible.
But I also would just like Amy herself. But I kind of want to hear it.
Jeff.
No, I can't cave into the A1. I'm not doing it.
Jeff, don't.
I'm not doing it.
Don't bend the knee to the A1.
We can't. We've got to get our friends off of it.
We can talk about this later.
We will.
I do want to bring some attention to a quick sentence that was in this article that I shared that I was not aware of, which is that so Denis is making this Bond film after he is completed with production of Dune 3, which has been confirmed to release December 16th of next year, 2026.
That is so far away and yet also
so soon. Close. I was sure that Dune Messiah would get an adaptation in like 5 years. I thought he was going to do something else first.
Justin, you got to strike the iron while it's hot.
I know, but like Messiah is such a weird adaptation. I mean, it's a weird book. So I'm excited that this is happening so soon.
What about Timothée Chalamet?
In Messiah, there's a big time skip where it's like a 5 to 10 year time skip. So like I could imagine that Denis takes a break, goes to do some other things, and then comes back to direct like a grown Timmy C in Dune Messiah.
A grown Timmy C. How old is he now?
He's like 30.
He's 30.
But he does look so young.
He still looks like he's
in
like
elder
22.
Twink. Yeah. He's in his elder twink era. And I love that for him.
He's still doing great.
He needs to get on the roids for the Messiah.
You think so?
Messiah tour.
Yeah. Damn. Everyone's on an injectable.
It's apparently filming like now, like this summer is when it's beginning filming.
Zendaya is there too.
Yeah, Zendaya's involved.
What about Florence Pugh?
I don't know. I don't know about Florence. But apparently it's going to start filming soon if it hasn't started already. So
not shaving her armpits, not wearing a bra. She loves to do that.
Yeah. Does she?
Yeah. Florence Pugh doesn't like shave her armpits or wear a bra. She doesn't like to.
And we love that.
Yeah, of course. By the way,
just for clarity.
Just for clarity, I got to say this about my comment about Sabrina Carpenter's cover.
Oh, did you get some feedback about this?
I did not get any feedback, but I've been really thinking about it a lot.
Uh-huh.
And I'm afraid I dabbled in misogyny by saying I don't like her cover.
And how do you respond to that supposed feedback that you didn't actually get, but you're thinking about?
Yes, I respond by saying the whole point is she can do whatever she wants.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
But that doesn't mean that you have to like it.
I don't personally like it. For me, I would not feel good being, in that kind of a position. But She likes to do it, so good for her.
As Sabrina.
Yeah, I don't want to be walked about.
It's giving, I wouldn't let my daughter do that.
I don't think that's... In
If
Jeff's
my
defense, I
daughter
don't think
was
that's
an
what Jeff is
adult
saying.
woman who wanted to do it, I'd say, okay.
I think it's just that Jeff is saying that he's not a sub.
That's part of it, sure.
Yeah.
But also, I feel like, do your thing, honey. Like, she did that from an empowered position.
Right. She is in a position of power.
Yeah.
I didn't bring this up explicitly.
That's what I wanted to say because I felt bad about what I said afterwards.
It does remind me a lot of our discussion about Spice Girls, where it's like these are women who are in positions of power, and yet are intentionally using their platform to, make themselves appealing to the male gaze.
Sure.
And for their own benefit.
Sure.
And I think Sabrina is doing a similar thing, unless she decides to, as we've discussed in previous episodes, like comment about it, right? So,
what's the name of the album again?
Man's Best Friend.
Man's Best Friend. What we don't know yet is whether the subject matter is going to be ironic about it. And right? Because she could be playing with the visual.
I'm sure that it will be.
Lyrics.
Or she could take a total turn and go into a very niche market and be all about pup play. That's always a possibility.
Slim chance.
Version where she's wearing like one of the pup play masks.
It's possible.
Dog
anything's
ears,
possible.
The stitched tongue hanging out. I could see her doing it.
I am curious to see what the album.
About that, okay?
Yeah, I actually don't really want to talk about that.
All right, cool.
But it's totally possible. I'm excited to see what the album has to offer. We're doing great. Glastonbury team. The premier music festival of the UK.
That's sort of like saying Groton is the premier town of Connecticut.
What's the other UK music festival?
Well, I just think on a global scale, that's not saying that much.
I think Glastonbury has a pretty big global reach.
Not like Coachella.
Sure, but...
Not like Firefest. Just kidding, no. Glastonbury's a big deal. I just like to knock the English down a little bit.
You think
sometimes
they need
they're a little too haughty.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
They are, and I've always thought that about Billie Eilish.
William Eyelash.
Famous Brit.
Famous Englishman. William Eyelash.
Okay, so the headliners this year at Glastonbury were the 1975.
We love
Olivia Rodrigo.
We love
and Neil Young.
All right. What about Harvest Moon? That's my mom's favorite song.
From Neil Young? I gotta be honest, I'm not, like I've mentioned many times. Song. That was pre-2000, so I have no familiarity.
I don't know culture.
I don't know anything.
Yeah.
I'm very uncultured.
You know Neil Young? Of
course.
Your dad likes Neil Young. Your mom likes Neil Young.
Definitely not.
Someone in your house like Neil Young.
No one in my house liked Neil Young, but...
Your neighbor like Neil Young.
Your neighbor.
I had a friend in college that was into Neil Young.
Who?
I had a friend in college. This is the closest connection.
Kenny.
Who's that?
He was a friend from college. He played guitar and sang, and he knew a lot of Neil Young songs.
Sure, I bet.
Listeners, Jeff is rolling his eyes.
I hate the guitar, and I hate everyone who plays it.
Damn.
I hate the guitar. I don't want to hear anybody cover Wonderwall. I don't want to hear anybody doing stomp clap music. Oh, hey! We're not doing that. It's so corny and tired, right?
We don't like stomp clap, but we do like guitarists.
I like stomp clap.
We don't like that. I mean, we just talked about the Haim album last episode, and there was a lot of guitar work on that album that we liked.
Remember when they were in there? Okay, Justin, I still don't remember the song, but it was like, shikadoo-doo-boo.
You said that last time, and I asked you to text me what song you were talking about, and you didn't. So what song is that?
I don't know. Ask A1.
I'm not going to do that, but I'm saying Haim uses a lot of guitar work, and you love that album. And Ben, I would venture a guess that you also like that album.
I did.
So we like guitarists here
on
Bands.
Music.
Part 3.
Yeah.
Lots of guitar work there.
Group effort.
Okay. A couple other artists who performed. Charlie headlined
love her.
A stage at Coachella.
And
or not Coachella, Glastonbury.
The Gen Alpha Heart.
We love Charlie. It was her first Glastonbury headline set. Guess who
killed.
Did you see who the Apple girl was at the Glastonbury set?
I did, but I forget who it is now. But I saw the TikTok.
Gracie Abrams.
Yeah, that's right.
Who went public with her relationship with Paul Mescal.
Ooh, quelle surprise. That's not the Devil Wears Prada reference.
We knew that they were dating, but she's gone public with it, which I think is a semi big deal in the world of the pop girlies. Gracie Abrams, a budding pop girly, I would say. Geoff doesn't seem to agree. He's giving me a look. You got takes on this?
I just feel like without her Nepo baby connections, we wouldn't know her name.
So you're saying industry plant.
Industry plant.
Ben, thoughts on Gracie Abrams?
If it smells like nepotiz, then I think that's what it is.
So you're not a fan. You're not a fan.
Hashtag accidental poet.
Hashtag we already know it.
Hey.
Delete that. Delete that.
I don't have much familiarity with her. From what I've heard,
Gowns.
I think that they're
Beautiful gowns.
good singer, young singer. Anyway, right now we're in kind of a high time for the pop girls.
Yeah, we are.
As we know. Anyone who listens to this pod will know. And I just feel like Gracie, compared to the others, is falling a little short for me.
She hasn't actually... I don't mean to say that she hasn't done a lot, but I think that she had a debut album.
That was good.
That I think
that was good.
It was popular, but it was very much in like the no shade Tate McRae lane, where I think it was very commercially popular, but critically did not make a lot of noise. I'm curious to see what she does next. She had that really cool song with Selena Gomez, Call Me When You Break Up, that I really liked.
That was a good song. It was fun.
So I think it's possible that she comes through with a cool album. You know how I feel about the term industry plant. I feel like everybody has connections that they use to find their way, and people land where they land based on their talent, I think, mostly, at least in terms of like public perception. So I hesitate to call her like a true industry plant. But I mean, it's undeniable that she does have the connections, the Nepo baby connections, for sure.
You know, this is the same thing as white privilege. There are opportunities that she has gotten that equally, if not more talented people should have gotten if we were in a merit-based society, that she's gotten because of her last name and because of the connection she has. That does not mean she's not talented. That does not mean that she doesn't work really hard every day. I'm just saying, like, I don't think that she's, at least as of now, and I know she's young, and I know I'm becoming old and irrelevant as the clock ticks.
As the seconds pass.
But I feel like she's not going to be like the most prolific voice of a generation. A la a Sabrina Carpenter, who I think has a capacity to be that. Or William Eyelash.
Lorde?
I don't know who that is.
She just doesn't have an established lane to me that is distinct. When you think about Chapel, Sabrina Carpenter,
Chapel is
Charlie
for the gays.
Yeah, they all are doing their own thing, and
Sabrina is for the girls.
I think that Gracie is kind of like a Gen Z Taylor Swift at this point. And I think she hasn't distinguished herself from Taylor Swift in a meaningful way.
For millennials.
Yeah. Yeah.
But also Taylor Swift is the Gen Z Taylor Swift.
Yeah, exactly. Like she's popular in Gen Alpha. Like she's multi-generational at this point. So I think that Gracie is kind of just at this point. I mean, she did open for Taylor Swift, and she did. We should allow her own space as an artist, but I don't think she's distinguished herself from Taylor Swift in terms of topics. She's doing a lot of the same stuff. And what's the Michelle Obama like A1 video?
Are you talking about when she goes, "I flop"?
Yes.
Yes.
She's doing it worse than Taylor Swift in a more boring way than Taylor Swift is doing it.
Constantly lowering the bar and doing it foolishly.
That's how I feel about Gracie Abrams when it comes to her like place in pop culture, is that it's like a worse version of Taylor Swift. And for people who really love Taylor Swift, that's great that they have more options to choose from, but like she's not distinguishing herself.
Yeah. Well,
why don't we take a quick break and we'll come back with a discussion of another pop girly, Lorde, and her new album Virgin.
I love to break.
We'll be right back.
We're back.
We are back, and Geoff, you survived the break. You survived the break, and we're back to talk about the new Lorde album, Virgin. This is the fourth album from Kiwi turned New Yorker Lorde.
Yeah. I am Lorde.
It's produced by Jimmy Stack, who we've talked about on the pod. He's an up-and-coming producer of pop albums. Before he was a producer, he was an electronic music artist. And this follows her polarizing third album, Solar Power.
You love Solar Power.
I'm a Solar Power defender, that's for sure.
Apologist.
Yeah, apologist, absolutely.
I did not know that Jim E. Stack spelled his name with like an E. Like,
Yeah.
I thought it was Jimmy Stack. I didn't know it was Jim -E last name Stack.
I think it's like a really first thought
That's
pun.
very dumb.
Yeah.
It's so dumb.
Similar to DJ Benz, for
I'll
example.
never forget it, though. What are you talking about?
It feels
That's a
like-
great name. Whoever came up with that's a genius.
It feels like something that he just kind of like stuck with since his early days. And you know what? I respect that. I think it's great. And spoiler alert, think he did a great job producing on this album. But I would love, before we get into the new album, Virgin, Ben, why don't you go first? I'd love to know about your history with Lorde, her past albums. I think that we probably all came to know Lorde through her single Royals. I think that's how everybody came to know Lorde. But beyond that, what's your take on her, and how do you feel about her before this album came out?
So I first heard Royals, I think it was after I had gotten back from Ghana. I remember being in Croatia with my friend, and she played Royals, and I was like, what is the song? And then we listened to it over and over and over again. And honestly, since then, I've never been a dedicated listener of Lorde. I've heard some of her songs just out. Green Light, for example, Royals.
Love Green Light.
But actually preparing for the pod was the first time that I'd done a deep dive into her discography.
Mm-hmm.
And so I listened to all of her albums.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta say, it is not the music that I gravitate towards naturally,
Okay.
but were certainly some things that I liked. With the new album, as I listened to it more and more, I liked it more and more.
Okay. I feel like, I had a similar experience. Well, I guess I had a very different experience than you. Obviously, I learned about Lorde through Royals, as did we all. I wasn't like listening to Pure Heroin, her debut album, front to back.
Justin, never pure hair, and you gotta cut it. Use a little rat poison, baby.
And that's what the first album is about using heroin, obviously. But I was a absolute stan of Melodrama, her second album. That is, I was telling Geoff and Ben at dinner earlier tonight that's like one of my top 3 albums of all time.
Name some singles.
Singles? Okay.
Yeah.
Green Light, Perfect Places, Supercut. That album is filled with bangers. I also am a huge fan of Hard Feelings and Loveless, which is like a double track. It is peak Jack Antonoff and peak Lorde. I think that was when Jack Antonoff really showed himself to be something more than just like a radio producer. I think that's when he showed himself to be like an artiste on the producer side, I think. And Lorde, I think, has always been a little bit left of center. She's always been kind of like the thinking woman's pop star in a lot of ways. Like even when Royals came out.
Thinking women.
You're saying women can think? What?
Get out of town, you.
Geoff did just throw an object at me, listeners dear. But yeah, like Royals was about criticizing like the modern pop landscape, I think, right? Like the hedonism of the modern pop landscape.
Told to throw my hands up in the air.
Yeah, exactly.
So there.
So I think that she's always been kind of in that alternative lane, left of center, progressive type stuff.
Is the AOC of pop music?
Some would say that. And I think that Jack Antonoff attaching himself to her was a huge boon for his career because he kind of became more respected in that way.
You can't use that word around me.
Boon?
I'm triggered.
Because of Miss
He
Boone?
shall not be named.
Mr. Backflip?
Mr. Backflip.
But yeah, I was a huge fan of Melodrama. I was a defender of Solar Power, which came out during a very formative time of my life. It was when we were exiting the first phase of the pandemic. We had all just gotten vaccinated, and I thought that I was going to be able to like go out into the world and experience nature. Of course, Omicron and Delta had things to say about that, so it was maybe a false promise there. And it seems like it may have been a false promise for Lorde. No spoilers, but like it does seem like maybe she thinks a little bit negatively about that album in hindsight. But I'm as much of a Lorde stan as we're going to get on this podcast, at least. Geoff,
Yes.
tell us about your history with Lorde.
Okay, before Geoff goes, sorry, it's my pod now.
Wow.
I also
Commandeered.
found out a little bit about Lorde by watching her episode of Day Drinking with Seth Meyers.
Okay.
Oh.
And I was like, she seems cool.
Yeah, I mean, she seems like a cool person to hang out with.
I'm rooting for Lorde, is
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
I love that.
So, Geoff, your history.
Yeah. I don't know that I have much history with Lorde.
Is this the first Lorde album you've listened to front to back?
Yes.
Okay. So you're not like a
I
Melodrama
love
stan.
Green Light.
Green Light, iconic single for Melodrama.
You
The
know
lead
who
single.
else has a great song called Green Light that nobody wants to talk about?
John Legend.
John
Oh,
Legend.
wait.
Give me the green light.
Okay, but who are you talking about, Geoff?
Beyonce.
Oh,
You're saying no one wants to talk about Beyonce?
Nobody wants to talk about. It's like no one wants to talk about Beyonce anymore.
It's like we didn't have 2 full episodes on the latest Beyonce album.
I don't remember that. Of Lorde, I really don't know a ton of her music, but what I do know, I think is favorable. Although I did attempt to listen to Solar Power and even the single, what was it called?
Solar Power.
Yeah. I mean, that's how uninspired it is. I couldn't even remember.
You didn't like Solar Power. How'd you feel about like any other songs off Melodrama that you're familiar with?
No,
Ribs, Buzzcut Season off of Pure Heroine. Any feelings about those songs?
never heard of her.
Okay. So you came into Virgin relatively
Cold.
blind. Okay.
As a Lorde Virgin.
yeah, a
Like
virgin
we
to
said.
Lorde. Yeah.
This album was about me.
A
I would say
virgin
that.
to Lorde or a virgin?
Oh,
Virgin
to Lorde.
I guess we'll have to find out.
A version.
Geoff, what are your high level thoughts on this new album, Virgin?
Well, you know how I felt about the lead single. What was that?
What was that?
Which I don't agree with myself anymore.
Oh,
Future Geoff, current Geoff. Although past, if you're listening to it,
let's not think about it too hard.
let's not.
How do you feel about it now, Geoff?
I think it's a good song.
Oh.
And I did not anticipate my feelings on that song changing.
Mm-hmm.
But in the album, embedded in the album as part of like the full front to back listen, it made so much more sense to me. And I also enjoyed parts of it that I didn't really think made a good pop song before. I guess like I was kind of thrown by everybody talking about how it was like her return to pop and like mainstream, like radio friendly type style pop. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm ready for like a pop song, like a 3-minute Dula Peep type of beat. And then I didn't get that. And so I was like, well, I don't like it. But I didn't manage my expectations well because I let others influence and presuppose my experience. Therapy. And so I think that it actually was a really good song. I really loved Hammer. That is like my favorite track off the album.
The first song on the album.
The first song. I really enjoyed it. It set the mood. I think I told you this earlier, but Clear, Blue, and we can debate, or maybe we'll agree on what the title of it means. GRWM, which I thought was Get Ready With Me.
Agree.
But also thought maybe it was for like grown woman.
Also agree. Can be 2 things.
I think both of those songs sound like Charlie XCX songs.
Oh.
So much so that I like opened the producing credits so that I could see like who was on the byline.
Well, you know, they have the same hair.
People say they're alike.
Yeah.
I think what was that also grew on me as I listened to the album. In particular, it took me a few listens to realize that there was a progression going on in the song. And
Yes.
before the second chorus, she hits this like, and then the second chorus background is different from the first
Yeah.
one.
MDMA in the back garden, blow pupils up. We kiss for hours straight, well, baby, what was that?
So it's almost like it's building
Yes.
in a way that Hammer didn't quite get there for me. I thought Hammer
I'm getting my god.
was lifting to get off the ground, but it was giving me like the Wright brothers before they found out how to actually fly that airplane.
Okay, I see what you're saying, and I actually do agree
Okay.
with you.
Okay.
It almost gave me, because the song was so horny in content. that
Hammer, we're talking about.
Hammer, yeah. That the build, I just wanted like a release. to
Ben
use
said,
that
I
for.
need to come.
And it
I
gave me,
need to come.
and it gave me blue balls a little bit, and
Ooh.
I don't like to admit that because I don't think blue balls is real. And we can argue that now, or we can argue that later.
I think we should argue that because sometimes that is a real thing.
I think it is a ploy that's often used by men folk
Men
to
folk.
make women folk feel like they need to do things that they don't want to do.
Before we talk about whether it's real or not, and we will be having this conversation,
Okay.
what is blue balls? Let's define it.
Blue balls, I think, is the ache that you get in your testes when you do not release your emission.
Okay.
And there is a real ache that I have personally experienced when that doesn't happen, and there's like build up to that.
I guess I am with Ben on this one. I think it's mostly just a ploy. I also think that there's also many other logistical options for releasing that tension if you need to.
Yes, but the sensation still exists. Can we agree or no?
But I don't think it is.
It's not like debilitating. You know what I mean? It's not like something that's gonna harm you. You know what I like? It's not debilitating.
I don't think that it's like
a mild discomfort.
The blue balls got me.
I think that's the way that it's portrayed sometimes.
Yeah. Well, that's like, manipulative menfolk bullshit.
And also, for a young lady navigating the world, I think that sex is so confusing on its own that when a concept is introduced, like blue balls, they have an image in their head of
like actual blue, like swollen testicles.
And so it can be used as a, well, you don't want to give me blue balls because you don't want me to feel pain. And
oh my God, that's awful.
You see what I mean?
Well, yeah. I don't think like most men folk, I guess, because I wouldn't have like...
Because you're a fag.
But,
oh,
not wrong.
So let's go back to Lorde. Ben, you talked about Hammer and what was that? Mm-hmm. I'd love to know your thoughts about the album as a whole, generally.
Okay.
As a whole?
I think that the first half was really doing it for me.
Yes.
In particular, there were a couple songs that weren't singles.
You can name them.
Shapeshifter and Favorite Daughter that I really liked. I think that they had a bit of a beat that I was missing. Favorite Daughter also was the first time on the album, if I'm not mistaken, where we got some harmonies, which I was also missing. Because one of my favorite things about Melodrama when I listened to it was that there were times when she was building these like pretty intricate harmonic blocks, especially in choruses. And I wasn't really getting that from the first 4 songs on the album, and I wanted it. And Favorite Daughter gave that to me. I think it's like the second chorus that she gets that. Cause I'm an actress. All of the medals I won for you. The last half was a little sleepy for me. It was also a little too much. Do you know that Vine of the indie girl in the kitchen?
No.
I don't know it, but I feel like I know what kind of vibe you're talking about.
It's a guy who is welcoming the viewers to his kitchen, and he's singing like an indie girl. He's like,
welcome to my kitchen. We have bananas and avocado.
And I think that when things were more stripped down on the musical side, it gave me a little too much bananas and avocados. And it was, and it's like distracting to me. Like I was like, and I get that that's her vocal styling, and that's cool. A lot of people do it. It's cool for them. It's just not my cup of tea. And so it kind of took me out of the flow of the album.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I was a little bit worried about both of your reception to this album because, like, I mean, I didn't know what to expect from this album when I started listening to it because the singles were all over the place. Like, what was that? Seemed to be like a middling pop attempt. Hammer was weird, and Man of the Year was like a ballad that I think is not super immediate as like a pop single. And I know that both of you guys are not super into like, I mean, Lorde is like a weird artist, and by weird artist I mean like she is like abrasive in ways, and she is strange and alien in a lot of ways, and like says things and is weird in ways that other pop artists aren't. Like we just talked about Haim last week, and like Haim are like the cool girls, not that they don't have any struggles or anxieties, but like Lorde by comparison is like super neurotic, I feel like, and she's not ashamed of expressing that neuroticism in the album. And I think that it's really easy to listen to some of the songs on this album and make fun of it the way that, you know, many people have, you know, like on South Park and stuff. Like she's an easy target for people making fun of her. There have been clips of her performances in the past that have gone viral for her like iffy vocal performances.
Wait a second. Talking about viral Lorde, What about when she shushes the crowd and then delivers a terrible vocal?
That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
It's kind of iconic, though.
She's singing her song Writer in the Dark, and like everyone's singing along with her, and it gets to a point in the song where I believe it's just like a solo vocal. And she goes, she's waving her arms around and like visually angrily. I just gotta play a clip of it.
I am my mother's child. I love you till my breathing stops. I love you.
It's so crazy.
That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. I think that she is like a strange
I
person.
love it. She's a theater kid.
Yeah, she's a theater
She's a
kid.
fucking weird ass theater kid.
She also is a child star.
She is.
I mean, that's what Favorite Daughter is about.
She got
Yeah.
famous at like 14.
That's crazy. Hi,
She's a strange person in many ways. What I love about this album, and I think that based on what you guys have said so far, I think that I'm probably stronger on it than either of you are. The production style that Jimmy Stack provides is like really dovetails with that weirdness. Like the album is abrasive. It's not danceable. Like it's not a dance album. It's also not like a put it on in the background type album. I thought about you actually a lot, Ben, listening to this album because you always think about what circumstance would you play this album at? And I think that this album doesn't really have a circumstance other than just like laying on the ground and listening to it, like in the dark. Like it's very emo and strange and electronic and weird.
I told Justin that this album sounds like I pictured myself like out of body. How I used to listen to music when I was in my feelings, which is like this. Going right behind you.
Geoff is walking around me.
2 feet firmly planted.
He is squatting and
And then you do this on your bed.
unzipping his pants.
That's not happening!
Oh, okay. He's going prone, I guess I would say.
Okay, none of this is actually happening. These are lies. But you know, you like sit with your feet on the ground and you're like lying back in your bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like emo status. Like, oh, I'm in my feelings. No one gets me. Life's hard. I hate my parents.
Yeah. And there was a lot of that on the album.
Right. This exists on the album.
Favorite
What
songs on the
was
album
that?
were the ones where I was walking through the grocery store and like doing
And
a little,
bopping.
doing
a little bop.
Like GRWM?
Get ready with me.
Yeah, that one. I think Shapeshifter is the first one where I'm definitely bopping in the grocer. You know,
What about how short this album is?
Yeah, this album is 35 minutes long.
I had a question about the length. I was wondering what you guys were thinking about that, and also about the number of singles that were released before the album,
Mm-hmm.
which, when you look at it, is more than a quarter of the album has already been released. Like, how do we feel about that? I like the reveal to happen when the album is released.
Well, I gotta be honest, Ben, like, the Haim album is the opposite of this album for me because many of the best songs on the Haim album were singles. None of my favorite songs on this album were the singles, right? I think that I maybe disagree with you and Geoff on what was that, where I think it's actually like one of the weaker songs on the album. I think it is an attempt to make a pop song that's actually like doesn't hit that hard. Like it's a fine song, but like it feels a little bit mellow and like mainstream compared to a lot of the rest of the album. My favorite songs on the album were the ones that were not featured as singles, like Shapeshifter, Current Affairs. I mean, even stuff like Clear Blue, which is like so strange and weird.
That's the Enya one?
That is the Enya one or the Imogen Heap one, yeah.
I said Charlie. It's so funny. We all had like different touchstones of culture that there's a common thread between all three of these.
Mhm.
What is Charlie XCX but Enya's granddaughter?
Yeah, right?
You know?
Absolutely.
I see musical threads of continuity there.
There absolutely is. And I think
a lot of red strings.
But I did not have a problem when it came to the number of singles released because
String theory.
I mean, I grew to love Man of the Year in the context of the album. It was not a standout for me as a single.
Best friend.
You know?
Justin, is 2025 the year of the man?
It sounds like it's the year of Lorde
Potentially
playing with
her gender. Yeah.
Their gender?
Well, I did look this up before we started. Lorde is still
I'll see myself out.
Lorde is still using she her pronouns.
Oh, she is. Okay.
She is.
We love that for her.
She is obviously playing with gender on this album. Man of the Year is all about that. And I think she's very intentionally trying to separate herself from the trans experience, where it's like there are trans people who are like fighting for rights in this country and are struggling with the current administration. And like she doesn't necessarily want to co-opt that argument for herself. But I think that she is a big part of this album is that, I mean, we haven't talked about this yet. She went through a breakup with a record executive who she met when she was a teenager. That she's been in a relationship with since the melodrama era.
Oh, this is giving Celine Dion.
Yeah. And
Renee.
it feels like, to me, listening to the album, that maybe she hasn't been able to express herself in an authentic way. Man of the Year and Hammer, in another way, is about kind of just like self-realizing and becoming herself. Whether that be like embracing the masculine aspects of herself, or like in Hammer, going off birth control, which is what the song is kind of about, and feeling things that she hadn't been feeling before. You know, I think a lot of the album is about that self-realization, even though the breakup is only oblique to like the content of the album.
What about that cover art? Speaking of going off birth control.
Let's talk about the cover art.
Let's talk about it.
I found it kind of striking. I don't think you often see something so raw and honest in mainstream media. And I think that is actually her.
It is her. Yeah. The image is an x-ray of her pelvis. I mean, this album embodies the album artwork in that way, where it's like, I mean, I almost made a list on notes, just like crazy shit that Lorde says on this album.
Yeah.
Like
what?
Off the dome, like he's spit in my mouth, like he's saying a prayer. I don't know if it's love or it's just ovulation.
Been there.
Sometimes I'm the dice, sometimes I'm the 8-ball.
Yeah. Yeah, there's all kinds of crazy shit that she says on this album. This album is very sexual without being about being sexy.
Without being graphic.
Well, I think it is graphic. It's not about the male gaze, you know? Like, I think it's a lot about she's dealing with her sexuality. I mean, let's talk about individual songs. So, Ben, you mentioned that you really like Shapeshifter.
Yeah.
It's one of my strongest songs on the album. Geoff?
I didn't assign each song like a particular score.
Okay.
But I feel pretty good about it.
I mean, I feel like that song was a lot about Lorde's experience with sexuality and like a complicated relationship with it. She talks about going through a lot of sexual encounters and saying that she's not affected by them, even though clearly she is, based on the context of the song. Yeah, so I feel like, I mean, this album is more about sex than like any album that I can remember in recent memory. And it talks about sex not just in a way where it's like, oh, I'm trying to be sexy for a consumer. It's like Lorde dealing with her own relationship with sex and sexuality, which I think is like so interesting and cool.
Yeah. I also loved the random strings in that song.
That was the moment. There's so many. Okay, this album is not, and many of the songs in this album are not super pop forward. They're not meant to be pop singles.
Yeah.
But there's like little moments where you're like, oh, there's a little bit of a cool pop moment happening here.
Yeah.
And the first string hit in Shapeshifter is one of those moments where I'm like, oh, I gotta listen to the song again. Like,
I know.
But tonight I just wanna fall. Tonight I just wanna fall.
it feels so good.
It's like the string hit in Call Me Maybe.
Yes. That's a great
Oh
compliment.
my god.
Yeah.
That's a great compliment.
Which, if that song plays and you look around the room at a group of people, someone is miming the string hit.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, Shapeshifter is one of my strongest songs. Also, have to mention it has some UK garage in the beginning.
I heard this album for the first time and was like, Justin's gonna fucking love this one.
And then it turns into, at the end, like this rock drum set drums, as opposed to the electronic drums that it begins with. It's a real builder. Absolutely.
That's one of the themes of this album.
I think almost
Building to no release.
To no release.
To no release. For
I think
real.
that's true.
I would disagree.
Lorde is edging.
I think she's edging, but in just because this album, to me, is more of a question than an answer. I think that she's gone through some stuff in her life. She's evaluating, she's processing, she's doing it through the music. I don't think we're necessarily reaching any type of revelation,
It's not.
but we're watching her thought process, which is kind of cool.
I do agree with you on that. I think that
sonically, I think the same thing too. So you agree with me too.
I do agree with you as well, Geoff. Sonically, I think that the songs are maybe a little bit more satisfying to me because I'm into this like some of the weird electronic shit that they manage on this album. But I do agree that like thematically, Lorde is asking a lot of questions and not providing a lot of answers on this album, for sure.
Lorde is in her self-discovery era.
It does feel that way.
Lorde's saying, who am I? What do I care about? What do I value?
Maybe I don't conform to the traditional gender roles that I was assigned.
Maybe I have more room to be myself when I allow that space to happen.
And maybe I'm 28. How old is she? 28?
29. Yeah.
And don't even know who I am yet.
She's so young. She's gone through so much.
So young.
Yeah.
And also, I didn't know what you said about her having been in her relationships for a long time since she was a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of makes sense with what's going on the album. I think she maybe was feeling a little confined.
On what was that? She says, since I was 17.
Right.
It's a little bit of it's like when you're watching people who have been together since they were like kids, right? And then they continue their relationship. Like everybody knows somebody from like high school who's like been dating someone since they were like 14 or whatever. And it's like now 20 years later or 21 years later, we're 35. And what's going on there? It's like you guys don't even really know who you are because you've been a thing for so long, like a couplet. And that's really tough. And that is like the kind of stuff that can really like break a relationship down quickly once you realize like, oh, I'm a very different person independently.
What was that?
What the fuck was that? Okay, James.
What was that? Any other songs that we want to talk about, faves on the album that we haven't already discussed?
Well, I feel like Geoff brought up Grown Woman, which is how I pronounce the name of that song.
Geoff and I were both saying it's Get Ready With Me.
Yeah.
So did you like that one?
I did like that song. This was, again, okay, this is my thing, right? I have such a hard time lyrically hearing a lot of songs. But for better or worse, Lorde's vocals are very clear on all of these songs.
Mm-hmm.
So I could understand what she was saying. And I was like, this is very lyrically dense.
Washing him off my chest is the opening line.
Yeah.
So to go back to what was that single artwork?
Yes. We're not doing come on the face on the album art. Okay? We're not doing facials on album art.
But we are doing it
lot.
We are doing it in the opening line of
That's a lot. Oh
Get Ready With Me.
I'm such a boomer.
But Ben, Get Ready With Me.
Yeah, I think that Get Ready With Me. I'm just
GRWM.
appropriating
whatever
your language. Yeah.
Grown Woman. Whatever you call it.
Was another one where it took me a couple listens to really sink my teeth in. And I think that once I listened to it a few more times, I realized that it was building. Each verse is doing something different sonically, and paired with how the lyrics are kind of complex. I don't know. Once I got into it, I really got into it.
Grown woman.
Yeah, I think that one's a fave of mine as well. I think it speaks to the experience of being like, damn, I'm really an adult in this life. Like, how did I get here? In a similar, Get Ready With Me, I feel like in my mind also opens up with Lorde looking at herself in the mirror. And Broken Glass is also opening up with Lorde looking at herself in the mirror.
I have to remember this one.
Broken Glass is the second song on the album that's produced by Dan Nigro, who also produced What Was That? Famously produced the Chapel album and many of Olivia Rodrigo songs. Broken Glass is about Lorde's eating disorder, I think, mostly. And is about the kind of like neurotic overanalysis that happens with people who have eating disorders. And like the central metaphor is like, there's this superstition about breaking mirrors that it causes
7 years of bad sex.
7 years of bad sex or bad luck.
Bad luck.
But what if it's just a broken glass? Like, what if we don't overanalyze? And what if things just are as they seem?
This
this won't last. It might be months of bad luck, but what if it's just broken glass? Spin my
What if a bird flying into your house does not mean that a relative will die in 3 days?
Exactly. What if that? Instead of doing that, I think that Lorde has spent a lot of her time in the past few years prior to this album, like overanalyzing things. And a lot of this album's content is about her coming out of that, right? And finding herself and not overanalyzing. I like that one too, Broken Glass.
That makes a lot of sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
You overanalyze things.
Yeah, I
So
truly...
this makes sense that you really relate.
I truly relate. You know, Lorde and I are both a little bit
Anal retentive.
strange.
Totally.
I want to shout out Current Affairs, which is probably my favorite.
Please welcome to the stage, Current Affairs.
Yes, please. It's my favorite song on the album, I think.
I want to banish Current Affairs from the stage.
You don't like that song?
No, not the song,
Okay.
but just the actual Current
Just
Affairs.
okay,
that are
okay,
happening.
yes. We all hate actual Current Affairs, but the song Current Affairs, I'm a fan of. It reminds me of the weirder moments on Melodrama, which is a favorite album of mine. Just wanted to shout that out before we close. Great sample on that song too.
Who's the sample?
Who is the sample? I forget the name of the song. What's up, y'all? Editor Justin here. Just popping in to say that the sample in this song is Morning Love by Dex the Daps. I'll play a clip of that sample in the song Current Affairs right here, and then we'll be right back to the show.
current affairs. Current affairs.
You know what? When I saw Broken Glass, I got excited because I love when people interpolate Annie Lennox, and I thought it was going to be like a Walking on Broken Glass interpolation. And that to me is a missed opportunity.
There was an interpolation on the album.
There's multiple. Sugar.
Sugar.
It's on If She Could See Me Now. There's a sample or an interpolation of
I don't think I know Sugar.
Sugar, how you get so fly.
Oh.
Justin sing on the pod. We're keeping that in.
Yeah, keep
That's
it
staying in.
in.
That's staying in. There's multiple samples
Baby
on
Bash.
the album. Yeah, Baby
looking
Bash.
so high with your sweet honey bones. I was there when the money rose.
Exactly.
Dude,
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Any final thoughts on the album before we get to our What's Goods, which we do still have to do?
Yes, I was pleasantly surprised by this album. I thought, especially after listening to Solar Power, I wasn't really sure what was going to happen on this album. And the singles were a little sleepy for me in isolation. But I think once I sat with it,
Mhm.
I grew to really enjoy it. As I said before, the first half is definitely more my jam. But I do see myself going back to some of this album, which I didn't think was going to be the case when I first got my assignment.
And let's celebrate that.
I mean, finding some new music that you like in a lane that you don't really occupy or even appreciate, I think it's cool.
I think that's cool too.
Any final thoughts from you, Geoff?
I love Lorde. I think this album was good. Justin, this album is incredible. These songs were written and performed, and they also were engineered. I think it was really good, and I enjoyed it a lot.
This might not be salvageable.
No. I think this album was...
The songs were performed and produced and engineered, so it's pretty good.
I was delighted by this album, and I thought it was really fun. Well, it wasn't fun. Just skip me. We don't need to do all this. You guys talk about it more.
Yeah, this is a strange album. I think it's going to be received in a polarizing way. I think people are either going to love it or hate it. I'm on the love side. I'm an emo boy, so I love this type of sad boy, sad girl album. I think it's just weird enough to match Lorde's persona as a pop star. I think that Jimmy Stack is a great choice of producer in that way, where it's like, this is not dance music. This is not EDM. It's electronic, It's strange. It has rough edges.
It's questioning.
It is odd. It is alien in the same way that Lorde is.
Is LGBTQ squared.
Sure.
Questioning.
Yeah, so I'm a big fan of this album. I think that this is like the Kid A of Lorde's discography in that, to go back to Radiohead, OK Computer is the one that I think a lot of people relate to. Kid A is kind of the strange B-side that a lot of people, that the hipsters like. I think this is like the B-side, the stranger companion
You
of
think she's in her
melodrama.
hipster era?
I don't think she's in her hipster era. I think she's just going a little bit weird with it. And I think that that represents her move towards being her more authentic self. And I think that people have always known that about her. But I think that she, as she's expressed in these songs, like, she's always been an overachiever. And she's always tried to be what people want her to be. And on this album, it really feels like she's trying to be who she wants to be. And that's what I love about it. It's also just like so short. It's like a bullet to the chest. Quick.
35 minutes
simple.
is crazy work.
Love it.
It's so fast. I mean,
Sign me up. It's like a 90-minute runtime for a movie.
Right,
I don't
it's
even
like-
care what movie it is.
I don't care what we're seeing.
I'm sacked.
even if it's garbage, it'll be over in 90 minutes. You know what I
we
mean?
can do anything for 90 minutes, Mike.
Exactly. So yeah, I really like this album. This is like up there with I Quit for me on my like ranking of albums this year. I really
Wow.
love both albums.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is a big deal.
Yeah.
2 albums in a row you've loved.
We're eating the summer.
Chomp chomp.
Yeah. So let's take a quick break and we'll be right back with our What's Goods. And we're back.
We're so back. What an episode this has been. So wonderful to have Ben again on the pod. Third Timers Club.
We love having Ben on the pod.
Love the pod.
And speaking of the pod, it's the time of the pod where we ask each other, what's good? So let's do it. And Ben, you're up first. Ben, what's been good with you this week?
Okay. It has not only been good with me this week, it has been good with me since it came out about a month ago. And it is a single by the Virginia rap duo The Clips called Ace Trumpets. It came out at the end of May. You may know The Clips because of one of their members, who is a rapper named Pusha T.
Oh my god, Pusha T.
Pusha T.
Of course.
He is a Virginia legend. He famously beefed with Drake and put him in his place.
We love that.
Before Kendrick.
He also has been releasing music solo for the past 15 years, and this is because he was initially in this group, The Clips, with his brother, Malice, and Malice took a hiatus from rap to become a preacher, I believe, or something. And now they are back together. This is their first single in 15 years. It is produced by Pharrell, whom they have known for a long time. They're kind of in that Virginia group with Timbaland and Missy Elliott, where they all came up together. They all knew each other growing
Hampton
up.
Roads.
And the single is beyond hard. The beat is like a classic Pharrell beat with the snares hitting you. The lyrics are amazing.
Ace trumpets and rose mode. Yellow diamonds look like PP. Bitches fly from DC on my private to Waikiki. 3P. Niggas is my sons and that's on repeat.
One reason why I really love The Clips is that I feel like you can listen to them many times and still not pick up on exactly what they're saying because there are layers to their rap. It kind of reminds me of a TV show like The Leftovers, where you can watch it 4 times, 5 times, 6 times and pick up little things, new little things. The Clips are like that for me. They are releasing a new album on July 11th, I believe. So
So soon.
Very
I think it will
soon.
be like a couple of days after pod
This
comes
pod
out.
drops, yeah.
Listen to the single if you get a chance. You may be asking yourself, what is an ace trumpet? And I do have the answer for you. It is a giant bottle of Ace of Spades which is shaped like a big trumpet. And it's just
Ace of Spades, so it's kind of like
champagne, like an expensive champagne brand.
Club type champagne.
So,
club type.
and you can learn about this kind of terminology if you listen to the clips. They released another song after Ace Trumpets called So Be It, which was just a video release. At the very end of it, Pusha takes some shots at Travis Scott. Very obviously. I think that this album is going to have a lot of shots at Kanye, Drake, at anyone else Pusha T wants to shoot at. He's not really afraid of that. The entire album is going to be produced by Pharrell, newly single after the Neptunes breakup. I think that they're all going to be inspired, and I think it is going to be magical. So, tune in.
Tune in.
Damn. I've seen talk about this single bubbling up. I have not listened to it, to my shame. Pusha T, I would say like most underappreciated rapper in today's modern era.
Really?
I think like
I feel like I don't know anything about him.
people forget about this guy, but he's been working and like producing for the last, I don't even know, like 30 years, 20 years.
Yeah, the Clips' first album came out in 2002.
Damn.
And if you were ever in middle school or high school, seeing someone tap a beat on the lunch table with a pencil, it was a Clip song called Grindin'. That was like the
Oh my
iconic
god.
Yeah.
pencil beat on the lunch table. So they've been around for a long time. Pusha T's been around for a long time. And he just brings it and brings it. And also, let me just say, as a wrap up, he is
You're a rapper.
getting to be something like 48 or 49. Whatever skincare routine he has going on, it's working because he looks the same as he
And he has
always
the energy.
He has the energy. He has the glowing skin. He's not afraid of anybody. And he's kind of an icon.
I remember the last I was thinking about Pusha T was his album Daytona, which came out probably like, I don't even know, like 8 years ago, produced by Kanye. So I'm interested to hear what Pusha has to say about Kanye on this record.
Okay, so Daytona came out in, I want to say 2018. In between, he had another album that he released. The title is escaping me right now. But it was produced half by Kanye and half by Pharrell. And I think that they traded off tracks. So you should probably listen to that one too.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like there's this new wave of rappers like Travis Scott, so it's not shocking to hear that Pusha T is shooting at him, but Pusha T seems like a standard bearer of the old guard of hip hop.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I'll have to give this song a listen for sure. Geoff, may I ask what's good with you this week?
Yes, you can. I have been watching Downton Abbey. I think that it's time for us all to escape to the English countryside, block out the horrors of the world, and enjoy a quiet life where not that much happens. And the biggest shocker of the day is that somebody dressed in black tie instead of white tie at dinner because they misplaced their dinner shirts. The amount of drama that happens around these non-events and happenings is truly a marvel. There are 6 seasons and soon to be 3 films of the series.
When you say soon to be 3 films, what does that mean? Have there already been some released or?
There have been 2.
Okay.
And there's a 3rd one that will soon be released. It's a big deal. We're saying goodbye to the Granthams. That's the name of the family.
That's the name of the family. Okay, thanks for the context.
The titular family.
Is
Well,
it titular?
I suppose they're not titular if Grantham's not in the name.
If their name were the Downtons, that would make sense, but
Or the Abbeys.
yeah.
Or the Abbeys. I think everyone should watch Downton Abbey. It's a great show. There's great performances, good performances, young actors, good actors,
Sexy men.
sexy guys, hot English men.
And what
Maggie
else could he
Smith.
ask for?
Dame Maggie Smith.
May she rest in peace.
Dame Maggie Smith, may she rest in peace. She brought real life and hilarity to that show.
Chewing up
Quick
the
wit.
food, the furniture,
Spinning out,
walls.
shitting on the walls,
The house.
vomiting on top of their heads.
She is munching. Chomp, chomp, chomp.
Chomp, chomp, bitch.
Hell
Watch
yeah.
Downton Abbey. It's on Peacock now. And we love that.
Peacock, a streaming service that is real.
And is one of the best. I gotta tell you. Parks and Rec, 30 Rock,
Housewives.
all the Housewives.
Yeah.
All Below Deck. And what about Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
Underrated, honestly.
Hugely underrated. I've been rewatching that too, and I've been enjoying myself. I've been spending time with Miss Peacock. We're doing the nasty.
Okay. This is news to me.
We're fucking sucking. And we're also marathon watching.
Well, glad you clarified that last part.
Justin,
Yeah?
let's go with you.
Well, Geoff, I have been what's called crate digging on SoundCloud. I have my annual DJ gig coming up in July. I'm playing a party for some friends on their rooftop, and I've been looking for some hot new tunes to play out during this
Hot new tunes.
DJ gig. Sometimes on SoundCloud, which this is a little bit of a what's good just about SoundCloud. So underrated. There's so many good bangers on there. Whether you're in, I think especially if you're into either hip hop or electronic music, like this is the place to go for like actual fresh new stuff. It's straight from creator to consumer.
I want that new shit.
It's like the best place to find up and coming artists. Sometimes you just find a producer on here who's just like doing every genre great, and you've never heard of them before, and you're like, where did this person come from? I found an artist in this category while I've been crate digging. His name is Ryan Case. He's New York based. He mostly does remixes, but although he does do originals as well. I want to highlight 3 of his songs from his SoundCloud that are really great.
Name them.
First one is a remix of Super Bass. You may be familiar, Nicki Minaj. Geoff, you're not familiar with this song? Well, that's unfortunate.
Shout out Sam.
Shout
Am
out,
I a Nicki fan?
shout out Sam Watson.
Pull up into Sam Watson.
This remix rules. It starts off with like these super melodic synths under the chorus, and then it goes into like this dubstep drop and then a house drop over the rapping parts, which is, it just sounds so cool. So Super Bass remix is the first one.
The boom system, the cooling system.
Geoff does know the song, it turns out.
Blazing up.
Second track is a remix of the song Sweet Disposition by the Temper Trap. This is a breaks, totally different genre, totally different vibe.
Break step.
This is like sunset, rooftop, DJ set type vibe. It's a break song. Really epic cinematic. I know Geoff hates the word epic. Cinematic synths over this. It's a great remix. And then final remix is of what I would say is like for a very specific micro generation, like an absolute banger, One Step at a Time by Jordan Sparks. It's like this house remix of this song that is really underappreciated. And when he plays it out, it goes off because I think people, it's similar to a karaoke choice when you're DJing. You want a song that people know, but they don't remember that they know it. And then when they hear the hook, they're like, oh shit, this actually is a banger.
Does it keep the clicking heels at the beginning of the song in it?
I don't believe it does, Geoff.
No?
I don't believe it does.
That's a big disappointment.
Well, I'm sorry,
Because
dude.
that's like one of my favorite parts of the song. That's how you always know Jordan Sparks about to get on the mic mad as hell.
I'm sorry to break it to you, but this remix is really cool. And Ryan Case, I think, is like a DJ and a producer to watch in the coming years. He's a really
I think
cool.
we also need to watch Jordan Sparks because what's she been up to?
Do we have to watch her? She hasn't been up to much.
I want someone to be like on her 6, you know?
We have been
Be like, get to the studio, bitch.
We have been talking about
Make us more great music.
a recurring segment where we say, whatever happened to blank? Would Jordan Sparks fall into that category?
Absolutely.
Well, we'll have
Whatever
to.
happened to Jordan Sparks? She drops iconic bangers and then disappears into the night.
Maybe she found out that you can't actually breathe with no air.
Ooh, that'd be tough.
I hadn't thought about
That'd be
that.
tough for her. Hope she's still alive and breathing.
And it's tough for us because we're not getting to hear her golden vocal cord.
Jordan Sparks, reach out. bandspot@gmail.com. We'd love to talk to you.
Jordan Sparks, listen and subscribe, honey.
Well, let's close it out, team. This has been a great episode. Ben, thank you so much for participating. tonight.
Ben, we love you. You're
Thank
the
you,
best.
guys.
And you're,
Love
of
you
course,
too.
welcome on the pod anytime.
And we end every episode with a song.
We don't.
It's just one step at a time.
Bye. This has been Bants with Geoff and Justin. And Ben. Bants is created and produced by Geoff Taylor and Justin Benavidez. Graphic design by Geoff Taylor. Editing by Justin Benavidez. The theme music for Bants is the track Nebraska With You by Sam Day and is provided by No Copyright Sounds. Email us at bantspod@gmail.com with any questions, recommendations, or just to say hi. If you like the podcast, rate and review us on Apple or Spotify. And tell your friends. Bye!
Bye.
I am beautiful, but I am stupid.